Hi, I just got out of bed, which is why my hair looks like freaking Tintin's from the Adventures of Tintin. And it looks freaking messy as crap, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about something I haven't talked about in a while, which is AI. Now, I've made so much videos about AI on this channel, it's insane. I feel like I made more videos about AI than freaking Black Pen Weapon has made videos about math. So, it's kind of crazy that I haven't really talked about AI in that long, but as the years progressed and as the months, it just progressed up in there until now we are here at 2025, or the end of 2025, which is a very fast year. Um, AI has actually gotten incredibly much better, and this is both a good and bad thing. And I've said this in all my other AI videos. AI is going to get progressively better and better and better until there won't be a lot of jobs left, and most of the freaking world will just be won. I can't talk. Will just be won by AI, and I think that's going to happen. And if that's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty soon, and it's scary. But I know there's on the social medias. There's been a lot of videos about, I'm pretty sure all you guys seen those videos about like freaking Martin Luther King at like a gas station, like stealing something, or like Stephen Hawking at the freaking Skateboard X Games, freaking hitting 900 like it's a Tony Hawk game. Like, those videos, they look freaking real. And now I've come to a point in the internet where if a big like crazy thing happens on the internet, I have to assume in my head that is this video AI generated, or is it an actual thing that's happened? And that's crazy how we're there now, and it is. Now I've said that this is both a good and bad thing. Like probably like one of the worst things that could happen with this wheel of an AI that like it can actually like freaking move like dead figures from like a long time ago is scary. It is. And a bad thing about this is that it can obviously be used in a bad way. Um, I've heard that Sora AI, which is the main freaking the villain of this, this story, the AI maker that can make so realistic photos and videos, um, they actually banned using Martin Luther King, which is kind of interesting because obviously I do agree. I think they should, ban Martin Luther King from being used as an AI tool, and I feel like they should do a lot more figures out there that they deem not good or not society. So I don't know how to say it. It's just not like society. They just don't like it, um, and they should do it more, or just not at all. Just make it a completely just um, like random generated people, because it can be used for bad things like crime. I really do think that people are now going to frame like video evidence of crimes as an AI video, which could honestly, it could happen. They can like frame themselves innocent of doing like a freaking bad act of a crime, and they can use like I don't know, like an AI, was it trademark symbol on the bottom, or make the people believe that oh this is actually AI generated video, or even worse, they can make an AI generated video of someone that they want to frame guilty that's not guilty at all. So like those are some like the bad things that could happen. Obviously, it can take some jobs for like the working class. It can, you know, it can freaking like get rid of critical thinking. Like why critically think if you can just, go on the internet, type in Chat GPT, and just say, oh, can you please summarize this for me and do this for me? Like that's what it is. And a lot of students like in schools are using that, and there's statistical evidence of that being used. Well, during summer break, the usage of AI chatbots decreased significantly, and whenever the school season started, it increased significantly. So obviously, that it is being used as a tool for school, as either a tool, a guide, or most commonly as a cheating tool, basically, just to not do work at all. Um, and those are some of the bad things, and there can also be some good things out there. Um, so when I go on Twitter, which I'm always on Twitter for some unknown reason, um, I saw a post from Hideo Kojima, or a post talking about Hideo Kojima, um, about how, and he said it the best. I think this is how AI is supposed to be used, especially in the entertainment industry, specifically video games. Um, AI should be used as a helping tool. I don't think it should get rid of the job completely. It should be used as a tool. And Hideo Kojima said along the lines of like, instead of like making fun of AI, we should use AI as a tool to do like some of the tedious jobs, um, instead of just doing the entire job for them. And I kind of agree with that. I actually 100% agree with him on that. I think any tedious jobs, especially like in the computer industry and the gaming industry, like anything that has to do with like coding and all that, I think AI should take over that because it's tedious. I don't think nobody wants to do tedious work. Nobody wants to code, like hours and hours of, languages and codes, and just tedious. Like they don't want to do that. So like, why do that if you can just ask a chatbot? The frick am I talking about? A chatbot to do this work for them, right? And I completely agree with that. And I think that the video game developers should do like the fun parts of video games, which is like thinking of a game to make, thinking of the movements, thinking of the script, story, gameplay, character designs. Do all the fun things, and like all like the tedious, boring things that can like demotivate you into making this game. You can use AI as a way to help with that. Or if you don't know what the frick to do, you can just ask AI for like maybe ideas of something, and you can like build upon that. Like don't use it directly, like you can build upon that like as a little foundation. And that's how I kind of use AI. I use AI as not a cheating tool. I use AI as like a guide, as like a foundation. Like if I'm thinking about something, I'll probably use it as to get like a good head start onto something, and I can just build upon that idea until it's like my own. It's kind of like a good little partner, a little helping partner. I don't want to get into those freaking romantic relationships with AI chatbots. It's kind of freaking disgusting. But yeah, that's kind of like where we are with AI. I mean, there's a lot of things out there that's going on with AI, like people getting, hating on AI just blatantly, or, thinking about like the good and bad things of AI. Like, there are, again, there is good and bad things about AI. There is. And I don't know, how it leans, if the good outweighs the bad outweighs the good. Um, and, it's getting scary, and it will only get better. AI will only get better unless there are some sort of like restrictions on it, to a certain extent. But again, like all in all, AI will get significantly much better. It will take away some jobs, hopefully the tedious jobs, not like the jobs that are commonly used by the people, so they can at least still make money. And also like some of those poor computer science majors, working hard, and then just all of us, all like computer science and like graphic designers, working hard for the degree in college, spending so much money on tuition and all that, just to get it taken over by AI at the time they graduate from that university, college, or trade. Like, it is. Like, though, again, there are bad things, there are good things. And, like, my entire thought on AI is that I feel like we should use AI, but I feel like we shouldn't use it extremely that much because it can damage the way you think, and it's prevalent. It's gonna happen. But yeah, that's my thoughts of AI right now. And again, it's crazy how we're here. Like, again, it's only gonna get better. There's already like robots out there that's already happening. Like it's scary. Like there's also some like sports games that are getting taken over by AI. Like instead of like actual players, it's like robots, so they can just watch it. I don't know. There's so much going on. I can't really compact it into a video. Something to end it on that. It's it's crazy. It really is crazy how AI is where we are in AI. It's insane. That's it. Thanks for watching.